What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of Hurricanes Unfiltered. Big news popping off from Coral Gables, from the likes of some recruiting that is happening in South Florida, locking down 305, 954, 561, and everything inside the Miami corridor. Remember, the state of Miami is how the Miami Hurricanes dominated college football for so long, and Mario Cristobal taking back control of that state of Miami is how Miami will continue to be a dominating presence on the national college football scene. Let's jump on in. Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Hurricanes Unfiltered. Powered by Come On Now, the podcast. I'm your host, Rudy Rodriguez Shomad. Hit the like button, subscribe, follow us on our social media, Hurricanes Unfiltered on Instagram. And do give a shout out to the sponsor of our show, Natalie Lopez, attorney at law. When life hits hard, the law firm of Natalie Lopez hits back harder. Practicing in areas of criminal defense and family law. She can be reached at 954 888 8833. That's 954 888 8833. And on Instagram at nat.guilty, nat.guilty. She will fight for you. Let's jump in on this one. Top 24/7 wide receiver Julius Jones out of Fort Lauderdale, St. Thomas Aquinas visited Miami on the 305-day event. Number 15 wide receiver out of St. Thomas Aquinas. And this is courtesy of Inside the U. You know where it's at. You get your top recruiting information on InsideTheU.com, 24/7 Sports Miami. And I was a founder of that website. They do great work over there. I was one of the co-founders, but they do amazing stuff. This is a story from Gabi Uru. I can't do the double R's, man. So for those that were bothered that I can't edit it, I am so sorry. So sorry. Gabi Urtia. He visited the campus on Thursday, and says they're definitely showing it. They know what type of talent I have and the type of person that I can be for the team, and they also know what they can help me with, what they can show me and help me be a better. Show me the things, help me be better. Show me the things I'm lacking in and make me better as a person and a player, and as well it would be really good for both of us. He loved what he saw at Green Tree. It was great being able to see everybody again, my guys that I went to high school with, seeing them, how their bodies changed, how they've changed as a person and as a player overall, getting back around the campus, and everyone was great. While Jones is very familiar with the Miami Hurricanes, this is the first time he's been back down there since the national championship run. He says he's seen a difference. Everybody carries themselves with the mentality that they're not there yet. Even though they did get to the championship, they're still fighting to win it. Once they do win it, love that. I love that thought process. Once they do win it, because I can see them doing that with this mentality and this team. Once they do that, they're going to keep doing that. They're not a complacent type of team. Like this, these are the types of comments that would lead me to believe that Julius Jones is very, very high on the Miami Hurricanes and will probably end up in Coral Gables, because those are some serious words from a top level recruit. Oregon, Notre Dame, and Florida are other top contenders in Jones's recruitment, and he does plan to visit those programs this spring and summer. He's feeling great. I love Miami. I have since I was younger and since I first came over here my freshman year. And they've done a really good job ever since then. Ain't doing nothing but push them up even more. So as you can see, he is very high on the Miami Hurricanes. It is very critical that Miami continues to dominate South Florida recruiting. It is what made the University of Miami, man. And it is something that they have to continue to do. Lock down the backyard. They got spring practice going on now for the next few weeks, which will give these young players, these recruits, an opportunity to see this team work. And you will find out if this is something that you want to be a part of. Mario Cristobal stresses constantly over and over again that we work. We put in the work. We put it into the edge. And that is why you saw a team really come together last year after that SMU loss. They work and work and work. And you'll hear from all the national guys saying this team works differently than other schools across the country. And look, I think this all comes from Nick Saban. Mario was under Nick Saban, and I think he takes a lot from Nick Saban, which is why, although I've had my reservations at times about Mario Cristobal, I haven't ever questioned his recruiting. He's an exceptional recruiter. And I'll be real, I went back and forth last year. I mean, a couple of years ago when we lost some really bad games, I was just like, whoa, you know? But you see the program has turned the corner and these players are responding. Now, are there things that can be improved? Absolutely. You can always improve. If you're not improving, you're staying the same. And if you're staying the same, you're not getting better. So there's always things that can get better, right? But Mario Cristobal has given you every reason to believe in what they're doing at this point. We're still always going to critique. We're still always going to question things, decisions that are made that we don't agree with that fail, because that's really when you question decisions is typically when they don't work. When they work, you kind of blow. Even if you didn't agree with it, it works. So you don't say much, or people don't say much. But when they don't work is when people run their mouths and chop it up on the podcast, myself included. But I have no reason to not believe in what this guy's doing at this point. The more I see the more interviews he does, the more personalities he come out of him, and he says I'm the most boring interview around, and that would be accurate. He is the most boring interview around. I still want to interview him in depth. I mean, he's been on with so many different shows. I'd love to get him on here, but it's really, really important for these young players, these recruits, to see what they're doing in spring practice. It really is. That said, that's great news to hear from Coral Gables. At the same time, looking at the crystal balls for the Miami Hurricanes, there are a lot of crystal balls that are heavily favored towards Miami, including 3-star safety Andre Hippolyte out of North Miami Beach High School in Miami. 3-star, ranked 529 in the country. This is according to Gabby Urrutia. Shout out. I mean, I'm gonna try to pronounce the name properly. I can't do the editors very well. That's keeping hometown guys at home. Caden Henderson, 4-star linebacker, 6'1.5", 218 out of Tampa Jesuit. Again, crystal ball from Gabby is Miami. If you see his statistics all time, 141 out of 161. That's 89.44%. I'd say he's pretty goddamn accurate. I'd like to know who he didn't get right. And he's 2 for 2 in the 2027 class. Then you also have Mark Matthews. This will be the massive one. Mark Matthews is number 3 nationally. He's number 1 offensive tackle in the country, number 1 player in Florida out of St. Thomas Aquinas, 6'5.5", 300 pounds. Again, Gabby crystal balling him to Miami. That's really, really cool. I mean, to see these St. Thomas guys stick around, potentially, that'd be fantastic. Sherrod Gordino already committed to Miami. Joshua Sam Appeal, he's 20% Miami. I wonder who's picking whom. Well, Gabby's picking him to Miami, so I guess this would be the one that would go against the grain, because the Georgia guy, or South Carolina guy, is picking him to Georgia. The Georgia guy is picking him to Georgia. But Gabby has the better track record, so in terms of predictions. So let's see if he's right on this one too. This guy's out of Douglasville, Georgia. This would be a tougher get. 6'8.5", 310-pound offensive lineman Joshua Sam Appel. I heard about him the other day on another show where they said this guy is just like incredible. 14th rated tackle in the country. I mean, 6'8.5", 310. That's just ridiculous. Absolute monster. So that would be a humongous pickup for Miami as well. Right now, if you look at player rankings, and this is just some stuff on the inside the U247 rankings list. Miami's currently number 11 in recruiting for 2027. I don't so much pay attention to or care about the overall ranking number as I care about the right fit for Miami. It's all about the right fit. You can get all the 5-star guys in the world. If they don't fit what you do, man, it doesn't matter. Malachi Tony was a 3-star recruit, and you see what he became as a freshman. So get the right guys, and I feel confident that these guys are getting the right guys that fit what they're trying to do, and things are only going to look up from here, man. But it's going to be an exciting 2026. You're seeing video footage come out from Miami on Darian Mensah and the ball that he throws, and my God, they look nice on video. Again, I have not been out there, but they look nice on video. So that's what we got right now. Do go check out InsideU.com for all of your recruiting information. But we try to summarize some of the stuff up for y'all. I appreciate y'all jumping on board. And once again, this is Hurricanes Unfiltered, powered by Come On Now, the podcast. Like, subscribe, and follow. Appreciate y'all.